Viewers and subscribers, welcome back to This is Our Sports TV. Once again, it's your host, Sports is Greg, and as you can see, I'm World Cup ready. I'm here at the park watching the young ones practice, Yeah, man, the next generation of footballing superstars, or probably I should say future generation. Because I think the next generation, most of them already at the World Cup, But yeah, we have some future generation players out here today, and yeah, man. But in the spirit of the World Cup, and future generation players, just wanna talk quickly or highlight a few young players that I expect this World Cup to be their coming out party. Some names, some of you who follow European leagues, you already know about. Some names, might be new to some of you. But these are some of the players that I expect to be, like I said, the next generation of superstars. I expect them to bring something special to the World Cup. So, without further delay, let's just get started and start off in alphabetical order with one of the favorites in Argentina. Not too many young players or unknown players in this current squad for them heading to the World Cup, but there are a couple players, the likes of Julian Alvarez at Manchester City. That's a player with a lot to offer. He more than likely will be coming off the bench, as Lautaro Martinez is gonna be the likely striker. But yeah, when he given his chance, a lot is expected of him. There's also Enzo Fernandez. He's a midfielder that plays for Benfica. A very exciting player as well. So given playing time, depending on how the games are going and how much his coach trusts him, given playing time, we will see some exciting things from him. I'm a bit disappointed because I expected Alejandro, what's his name, from Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho. I expected them to bring him, Or there's this young player that plays in the MLS for Atlanta, Thiago Almeida. Another young attacking midfielder. But unfortunately, neither of those players got on the plane to Qatar. So it's a more senior squad. So not much unknowns expected to light it up for this Argentina squad. Moving on, Brazil also don't have too many unknown names. There are young players the likes of Martinelli, Anthony, who's at Manchester United. Some people know him already. Some that only watch international football may not know about him yet. There's Rodrigo also at Real Madrid. Most people should already know him. But yeah, there's also Everton Ribeiro. He plies his trade in Brazil. But not too many unknowns in this Brazilian squad either. Same for the French team, except for Moani, who was drafted in today to replace the injured Nicolas Nkunku. He's the only relative unknown player that's actually in this French squad. Belgium. Another team that is filled with senior players that are already known on the world stage, that are already pretty popular in the European scene. But just a couple players that probably a lot of people don't know about. They have a pacey winger named Doku, and they have two fairly young midfielders. Onana, who plays for Everton, and De Ketelaere. Those are the only young players in this squad that are fairly unknown. Germany has quite a bit of exciting players. You know, some of them people already know of, but this will be their first tournament. The first one that I think of is Jamal Musiala. Now, this is a player that I've been following for the last 4 years, probably. Ever since he was a youth player at Chelsea, you know, he's the one that caught the eye. He is someone in the mold of Thomas Muller. You know, not too fancy, but gets the job done and scores very important goals. Scores lots of goals too. And you know, very confident player, always in control of the game. But yeah, not too cocky, doesn't do too many tricks, but he is an intelligent player. You know, when you hear Spanish fans talk about the likes of Pedri and Gavi, you know, Ansu Fati, I mean, they light up the place with their flicks and tricks, but someone like a Jamal Musiala, he goes about his business, like I said, just like a Thomas Muller. I don't know if you guys remember, it was 2010 World Cup, was it 2010 or 2000? I think 2010 when Thomas Muller, Germany versus Argentina, when he was relatively unknown. He outshone Messi on that day, you know, and knocked Argentina out of that World Cup. Jamal Musiala is a similar kind of player to him, so I expect great things from him this World Cup. Also in Germany, they have two young strikers in Yusuf Moukoko, plays his trade for Dortmund. 18-year-old striker. I've been watching him since he was 13, playing for the Dortmund under 16s. Him and Adeyemi, who now plays for Leipzig. They're two very young, exciting strikers. Good goal scorers, pacey, full of tricks. You know, I expect bright things from them this World Cup as well. Moving on, Portugal. Very experienced squad, but they have a few good youngsters. Rafael Leo, the first one that comes to mind. A lot of people who watches Serie A already knows about him. Plays for AC Milan, but this is his first international tournament, and I expect great things from him. He's a very good goal scorer. Kind of reminds me of a young Cristiano Ronaldo, actually. You know, so, and I expect him to see a lot of time on the field because he's one of Portugal's top players right now. So Rafael Leo, Goncalo Ramos plays for Benfica, and Matheus Nunes, who came from Sporting in the summer, he's now at Wolves. He's a very solid midfielder, kind of in the mold of Ruben Neves or Joao Martino. I expect him to get some playing time as well for them. Spain, like I said, a lot of people already know about the Fati, Pedri and Gavi because they have already played international tournaments for Spain. So the two other names that I could think of that haven't been on the international stage yet is Nico Williams, plays for Atletico Bilbao. He's a younger brother of Iñaki Williams. Him and Yeremy Pino, a very good striker from Villarreal, are the two young players for Spain that are fairly unknown that I expect to create some waves at this World Cup. Don't get me wrong, Pedri and Fati and Gavi, they are expected to do their thing, you know, but like I said, even though they're so young, they're already household names, so there shouldn't be any surprises there when it comes to them and the World Cup. Senegal, only one really young unknown player that, you know, I expect to do things. Not saying that there might not be a few more surprises, but they have a young forward named Nicholas Jackson, plays for Villarreal. You know, kind of odd name for a Senegalese, but he was actually born in the Gambia, which is why he has an English-based name. And one more African player, Mohamed Kudus, plays for Ghana. He plays his trade in the Dutch league for Ajax. Very, very exciting player. Just ask Liverpool fans about him, you know. He destroyed them in the Champions League earlier in the group stages. Not well, yes, he did destroy them. I'm not gonna take that back. Yeah, he destroyed them in one leg of the Champions League. So yeah. And finally, the final team that I wanna elaborate on or name players from is the Netherlands, and they have the most on my list right now. Starting with Cody Gakpo. I mean, what can I say about this player? He is like a hybrid Thierry Henry and Nicolas Anelka right now. You know, tall winger, speedy, very good dribbler, an excellent finisher of the football, and is mature beyond his age. You know, I expect great things from Cody Gakpo this World Cup. You know, the next player on that list is Noah Lang. Plays similar to Anthony of Brazil. He's also Ajax player, but he's on loan at Club Brugge. But he's expected to get playing time for Netherlands this World Cup, and I should think after this World Cup, I don't see him staying at Club Brugge. You know, if he does what's expected of him. Next on the list is Jeremy Frimpong, plays for Bayern Leverkusen. What a pacey winger this. You know, he has everything that you look for in your young wingers these days, and yeah, he's expected to bring it to this World Cup as well. Next on the list is Xavi Simons. A lot of people who follow Barcelona knows about him. He's one of their youth product, but didn't stick around there. He left for PSG, didn't work out too well there, and he left for PSV in the Dutch league. So he left Barca for PSG in the French league, and now he's at PSV over in Holland. And he's a very good young midfielder, you know, attacking midfielder. I remember the first time I saw him a few years ago. He was about 13 years old in South Florida with the Barcelona team, and after 15 minutes watching him, I told someone that this kid is like a Xavi Iniesta. If you have a crossbreed of Xavi and Iniesta, that's what he was like. You know, his progress kind of delayed for a few years, but yes, he's back on track right now, and you know, happy for him. He's on the plane to Qatar with that Netherlands team. And last on the list, young defender. I'm only putting him in there because he have Jamaican heritage, Kenneth Taylor. But yep, that's it for the players that I expect big things from this World Cup, or the young players. Some of them fairly unknown, some of them you know, we might know about them already, but this is their first international tournament. But for each and every one of them, just wish them the best for this World Cup, and hope they have a bright future. You know, hope this isn't just a one-off tournament for them. Hope they have a bright future. Alright, so we'll be doing more videos during the World Cup, prior to the World Cup, you know, just to keep you guys up to date, and you know, have a go at it. Go Argentina. That's it for now, viewers and subscribers. Until next time, bless up and stay safe.